are. This is the question number 21. This is question number 21. Question number 21 says, the table above gives the frequency distribution of marks obtained by a group of students in a test. If the total mark scored is 200, calculate the value of y. If total mark score is 200, calculate the value of y. This is option given to us, and look at the table. The table, this is the mark, this is the frequency. This frequency is number of people that got these 3 marks, number of people that got 4 marks, number of people that got 5 marks, number of people that got 6 marks, number of people that got 7 marks, number of people that got 8 marks. So that's the frequency for you. So now we can now go to solution. And what does it mean? It means that if the total mark score is 200, means that this is the total mark, which is 200, is equals to summation of what? Fi x what I, which means the total marks is equals to what the person got. 5 people score 3 marks, y minus 1 score 4 marks, and when you multiply them, it gives you the number of the what? Marks. The number of what? Marks. So when you take this and multiply this, it gives you the number of marks for these 5 people. When you multiply this, it gives you the number of marks for this what? Y minus 1 people. Then y times 5 gives you the number of marks which what? The y people got. Then now anytime they give us the number of marks, as we task them, they all giving us the number of what? Marks. And they told us that the number of marks is what? 200. That's what I said. 200 is equals to this, which is the number of what? Marks. Why this man is a mean? So we don't need mean. What they told us, the total number of marks is this. So what do? We now go ahead by saying that this is equals to what? 3 times what? 5 plus what do we have here? 4 times what? Y minus 1. What again? Plus 5 times what? My y. Then what again? Plus 6 times what? 9. Plus what again? We have 7 times what? 4. Plus again 8 times what? 1. And what does it mean? It means that 200, which is total mark, is equals to 3 times 5 will give me 15 plus 4 times y will give me 4y. 4 times 1 will give me minus 4. That's 4 times minus 1 will give me minus what? 4. Then plus 5 times y will give me 5y plus 6 times 9. 6 times 9 will give me 54. 54. Then plus 7 times 4. This is 7 times 4. 7 times 4 will give me what? 24. 24. And 8 times 1 will give me 8. And collecting like terms here, I will have that. Can we come over here to complete it? Or can we still see here? Can we still see here? Can I say 200? Come down here. 200 is equals to, collecting like terms, I have 4y plus, look at plus 5y. Then I will now have plus 15 plus 54 plus 24 plus 8 minus, look at minus what? 4. I have minus 4. And adding this, 15 plus 54 will give me 69. 15 plus 54 will give me 69. 69 plus what? 24. Let's add it up here. I have 200 equals to, then look at here, come over here. 4y plus 5y will give me 9y. Then the numbers we have there, I have 15 plus 54 plus 24 plus 8. Well, let's see, plus 8. Let's see what we are doing here. Then 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 4 will give me what? 13. 13 plus 8. 13 plus 8 will give me 21. I will write 1, carry what? 2. Putting it here will give me what? 3. Plus this will give me 8. Plus this will give me 10. That's 101. That's what I have here. Can we check it again? 5 plus this will give me 9. Plus this will give me 13. 13 plus what? This will give me what? 21. I write 1, carry 2 to this, 3, 8, 10. Then I will have this to do what? Plus 101. Then now, I can now say that making y subject of formula, 9y subject of formula, I will have that what? 200 minus what? 101 equals to 9y. I'll take you there. Then I can now say this minus this will give me what? 99 equals to what? 9y. And therefore y will be what? 99 divided by what? 9. That means divide through by 9. If we divide through by 9, I will have this. And this will give me what? Y is equals to what? 11. That means 11 is our option for y, because they say we should calculate the value of y. Then I will go toward my option. I look at it. Option A is the correct answer, which give me what? 11. I will now say that my answer is what? Option what? A. That's our answer for this what question. You remember what we did? That 20 is the 200 is total mark here. You remember the question said if the total marks is what? 200. That's how we get this. And the total marks is this. Divided by the number of frequency will give us mean. Look at the total mark. Divided by the number of frequency will give us the mean. So the total marks in this what class is a what? Fi times what? Xi. That's the total marks. Divided by frequency will give us mean. But they didn't ask us mean. And I'm bringing this to tell you this is the total mark divided by the number of frequency will give me. So the total marks is equals to 200. If you divide it 200 by what? The number of frequency, the total frequency, you will have what? The mean mark. What we call the mean mark. If you now get the total frequency by taking this 11 and put for what? Y here, you will get the total frequency divided by what? 200 you have here, you will get what? Mean mark. But what they asked us, what they told us is that total marks obtained by the student is what? 200. I mean, look at the total mark, which is summation. That's what I mean by what? Summation. Summation of what? Fi, what? Xi is equals to what? Total mark. Total what? Mark. That's the total marks. So I think you get it. And total mark divided by number of frequency give me what? The mean. There. That's the question number 22. Question number 22 give us a table and say the table above shows the number of pupils in each age group in a class. What is the probability that a pupil choosing at random is at least 11 years old? Look at the question here. It said, they said there, what is the probability that a pupil choosing at random is at least 11 years old? The first of all, we have to understand what we mean by at least. Let's go to solution. Our solution. But before we go into solving this, what do we mean by at least? I have explained it somewhere in in our class before. In our class, we have explained what we mean by what? The at least. At least means that from the highest value, from the highest mark to the what? Stated value. What is stated mark? Stated mark now is 11 years old. From the highest to what? 11 years old. That's what we mean from what? What do we mean by at least? When I say at least, if exam we are going has 100 marks, then the exam I'm going to have 100 marks, and I told you that at least I'm going to score 60 marks out of that 100, means that out of 100 from the highest to the what? 60, that's what I am expecting. Anything below 60 is not my mark. Then what do we mean by at most? At most means from the lowest, that means from 0 to the what? Stated what? Value. So we have no what we mean by at least, or look for my what? Class where I did those things. Then let's go to that. And I have this in this table. What are they asking us? They said if they are choosing at randomly, what is the probability? I remember that what probability for an event, probability for an event, to what? Occur or not to occur is equals to what? Required outcome over what? Possible what? Outcome. Required outcome over possible what? Possible what? Outcome. That's our probability. We said probability for an event to occur is equals to what? Required what? Outcome over what? Possible what? Outcome. In this case, what is my what? Required outcome. My required outcome is said what? What is the probability that a pupil choosing at random is at least 11 years old? We'll look at it. Look at the people that 10 years old. Number of people that is 20 years old is 6. Number of pupils that is what? 11 years old is 27. Number of pupils that is what? 12 years old is what? 7. So the number of people that is 11 years old is 27. Those that is 12 years is what? 7. So, but when they ask us at least, what is at least 11 years old? Mean from the highest. Therefore, my required outcome is what? The number of people that they what? Have the highest age, which is what? 12 years. That's people that have the highest age, which is what? 12 years. How many of them? 7. I will say what? 7. Plus the number of people that had what? 11 years old, which is my least, at least 11 years, which is what? 27. 27. I have what? 27. Divided my what? Possible outcome. The possible outcome is the total number of pupils in that what? In that what? Vicinity. Number of pupils in that community. How many pupils are there? We said 7 plus 27 plus what? 6. That's the number of pupils that is there. That's what possible outcome. We now say that my what? 6 plus what? 27 plus what? 7. That's the number of pupils that is what? In that vicinity. And that's giving equals to 7 plus what? 27 will give me 34. And this plus this will give me what? 40. Then I can now say 2 goes into 34 will give me what? 17. And 2 goes into 40 will give me what? 20. That's 2 goes here will give me 17. 2 goes here will give me 20. And my answer is this. Probability for this to occur is equal to 17 over 20. I will go to my option. Option A is not correct. Option B is not correct. Option C is the correct answer. I will answer my answer is option what? C. There is the question number 23. Question number 23 said find the inverse of P under the binary operation. Yes. Defined by, look at the definition, where P and Q are real numbers and 0 is the identity. Identity is what? 0. They have mentioned identity for us, making things very, very what? Easy. Then let's look at the option they give us. Let's go to solution. In this question, they make things easier for us by giving us what? Identity elements. For them to give us identity elements means that things are easy for us. Assuming they didn't give us identity element, we'll go first to get identity element before we can be able to calculate the inverse. For you to calculate inverse, you first of all go and get identity element. But right now, they have given us identity element to be what? 0. So we have no issue. That will go straight and what? Get our answer. What does it mean? I will first look at the equation they give me. Look at the what? The operation they give me. QP equals to what? P plus what? Q minus what? P, Q. Can you follow me now? The first thing I will do, are you listening? The first thing I will do here, class, are you listening? The first thing we will do here is to put the inverse on this particular equation. After we put inverse here, we now put inverse in general. Look at what I mean. If I say this is same thing as what? This and what times what the inverse, which is inverse of what P. That's the inverse of P we are looking for. This being inverse of what P. Then this is same thing as what inverse of what P times what the operation, which is multiplication of operation times P. And this is same thing as what identity element. Look at identity elements. This is what we use to represent identity element E. And they told us that this identity element is equals to 0. Then again, I will go back to say the same this equation. I go back to the same this equation and put what P this and the what P inverse and is equals to any place I see Q here, I replace it with what inverse. Any place I see Q in this place, I replace it with inverse. I call this one equation 1. Let's say I'm calling this equation 1. Then this will be what P plus this Q, and I have replaced it with what inverse, which will give me P inverse. Then minus what happened here, P times what P what inverse, and this give me what equation 2. Are you getting me what I'm talking about? The first thing I did, I removed the Q because what they asked me to get P inverse. Look at the P inverse of P. I will now remove the Q, put the inverse of what P inverse of P here, which is P raised to the power minus 1 is the inverse of what P. You remember that if I write P like this, its inverse is 1 over what P, which means what P minus 1. That if I write P like this, its inverse is 1 over what P, and the inverse is what this. Therefore, in this particular question, they say I should get the inverse of P. Look at my P. I will remove Q and put what P raised to the power minus 1. And the inverse of P can be reversed this way, and it still give me what identity element. After I have done that, that's my equation 1. Then I will go back to that same this equation and substitute inverse of P. Then removing Q, putting inverse of P there. Any place I see Q, I remove it and put inverse of what P there. I have it to be what equation 2. Then now, after I have done that, you can see that this man now is equals to what? Q. And this man is equals to this. Are you listening? Are you following what I'm doing? This man is equals to what? Identity element. And the same this man is equals to this person. So therefore, we can now say that this is equals to this. Since this man is equals to what? Identity element. And the same man is equals to this. Therefore, this is equals to this. I can now say that. Come down here, we can say P plus what? P minus 1 minus P raised to the power minus 1 is equals to what? Identity element. And what is identity element? They told us, come up here, they say where P and Q are real number, and the 0 is the identity what? Element. And that 0, identity element is equals to what? 0. Can I finish it here? Can I finish it here? I can what? P plus what? The inverse minus P times what? Its inverse is equals to what? 0. Since identity element is equals to what? 0. Since identity element is equals to 0. Then making the inverse subject of formula. Making the what? The inverse of P subject of formula. I can say the inverse of P is here, inverse of P is here. What is common there? Inverse of P. I can now say that what? Bringing it out, I can have that what? P inverse minus what? P inverse is equals to what? Minus P. I'm taking this P over there, become minus what? P. Why this inverse, I keep it here. What is common here? Inverse. P inverse is common. I bring it out. And what will remain here with what? 1 minus. What will remain here with what? P close equals to what? Minus what? P. Then making P inverse the subject of formula is equals to what? This will give me what? Minus P all over what? 1 minus what? P. That's it. I'm making P inverse subject of formula. Then when I have done that, you look at this particular thing can be written this way. This particular answer can be written this way. Minus 1 all over minus what? 1 multiply minus P all over what? 1 minus what? This. will give me, do you know that this will still give me this? Minus 1 times this will give me what? P. Minus 1 times this will give me what? Minus 1 plus what? P, which can be written as P all over what? P minus what? 1. And that's my answer. Are you following what I'm doing? That's my answer. And when we look to the option, let's go to the option. I look to the option, I see that option C is the correct what? Answer, the correct option there. Option C is correct option. And why did I multiply this? I know that minus 1 over 1 over minus 1 will give me what? 1. I have not changed anything. So what I needed to do is to clear the effect of this minus. That's why I did minus 1 over minus 1. To clear the effect of this minus. And minus 1 over minus 1, it give me what? 1. Then if you multiply this, it give me this. If you now know that what? Positioning is what? Immaterial in addition. I take the positive P to this, minus 1 to this. This is the same thing. And that's how I got this. You remember, we are looking for what? Inverse of what? P. And that's how I started to make the inverse of P subject of formula. By taking P, which is not having inverse with him, to over here become minus P. And inverse of P is here, inverse of P is here. What is common among these two families? Inverse of P. I bring it out. I close inside the bracket. This man will remain 1. If I open this bracket now, I have this time this, give me this time this will give me this. Equals to this, which I didn't change anything. Making the inverse of P subject of formula, I have this, and that's give me this. There is equation number 24. The equation number 24 says the binary operation this is defined by what? This. This binary operation multiplication equals to this for all real value x, for all real value of x and what? Y. If, look at the condition, if this is equals to this, find x. You see the condition. If this is equals to this, find what? X. Look at the option they give us. Let's go to what? Solution to know whether any of the option is what? Correct. So we look towards solution. You remember the condition they give us. Look at the condition they give us, as I mentioned, because the condition they give us is what will give us solution. The condition they give us as x multiplication operation 3 is equals to what? 2 multiplication operation what? X. So what does it mean? It means that I should substitute this in this equation and substitute this in this equation, and whatever I get is equal to each other. What will I mean? I mean that, well, look at the equation they give me, the operation they give me, I mean to say, look at the operation they give me, y, x equals to what? X, y minus what? X. It means that I should put this man over here, get my what? Value here, then take this man, put again here, get my value here. I can divide this into 2 now. As I'm dividing into 2 now, I'm taking this operation now. Let me divide it into 2 properly. Let me see what the space will be here. I'm taking this operation here, which said what? X. I think you see what I'm doing. This man here, y is equals to what? X, y minus what? X. Then I'm taking the operation of this mean what? X. Then this man here, 3 is equals to, that means wherever I see y here, I have to put it 3. Y here is 3 and become 3x. Then y here is also minus 3 and minus what? X. This is what I did. I replaced y immediately. This operation I've done. I come over here to do the same operation. This, that, this operation y is equals to what? X, y minus y and minus what? X. I'm putting the operation now, which is what? 2 operation multiplication operation x, and that will give me, wherever I see y, I put it 2. Look at the x, look at the y. So y have been replaced by 2. I will have what? 2x here. I've replaced this y with what? 2. Then minus, I will have what? Minus 2 and minus what? X. Therefore, since this man, I will see it here now. Since this man, the condition giving me this is equals to this, it implied that what? Therefore, what implied that what? 3x minus 3 minus x is equals to 2x minus 2 minus what? X. Collecting the like terms, I will have this coming over here. I will have what? 3x. This coming over here, minus what? X, minus what? 3 equals to what? 2x minus what x minus what 2, and this will give me what 2x minus what 3 equals to what x minus what 2. Coming over here to complete it, I will have what 2x minus what 3 is equals to what x minus what 2. This coming over here become 2x minus what x is equals to this coming over here become minus 2. This coming over become plus what 3, and that give me x is equals to 1, because I'm owing 2, I pay 3, they give me balance of 1. That means x is equals to 1. Then the value of x, let's go to our option. Option A is not correct, option B is not correct, option C is correct. Therefore, I can say my answer is the word C, option C. That's the question number 25. Question number 25 said, find the size of each exterior angle of a regular octagon. Look at the option they give us. The problem we have here is octagon. Students identifying what we mean by what octagon. Octagon is what a size. That's where we have the problem. That's where the JAMB wanted to text you on to know whether you know what I mean by octagon. Because this is the simplest question. Solution. You remember that we say the number of sides of a regular polygon times what 1 of each exterior angle of each exterior angle is equals to sum of the what exterior angle. What is the sum of the exterior angle? 360 degrees. That's the sum of what exterior angle of a regular polygon. If a number of sides times any of its sides of exterior angle, it will give us what the sum of exterior angle. Therefore, if I use what E to represent what the exterior angle, one of the exterior angle, this means is equals to 360 degrees. I'm using E to represent one of the exterior angle. Number of sides, which is what E is equals to what 360 degree divided by number of sides. And what is the number of sides? We say is what 8. Octagon is what 8. I have what 8. This can go now. 2 goes here 4, and 2 goes here give me what 18. That's 180. 2 goes here 2. 2 goes here give me 90. 2 goes here 1. 2 goes here give me what 45 degree. Therefore, my E exterior angle is equals to what 45 degree. That's my answer. I go to my option, I look at it, option A is the answer. I will say my answer is option what A. This is the question number 26. Question number 26 said, find the value of x for which this indices exponential equation equals to this is the exponential equation. If you can remember this exponential equation, they say find the value of x on this exponential equation. Let's go straight to solution. We say solution, we can recall this is an SS1 work. We can say that what 2 into what 3 raised to power what x, 3 raised to power 2x, that's what they give us there, 2x minus 1 is equals to what 162. This is SS1 work. And if we did SS1 properly, we can tackle it. I can now divide through by 2. Divide 2 by 2 to clear this 2 here. Divide 2 by 2. I will have 3 raised to power 2x minus 1. And that gives me 162 divided by 2. And I will have what? 3 raised to power 2x minus 1 is equals to what? This will give me 81. And now I have formed what exponential equation. This exponential equation, I can now be able to recall my indices equation rule. What is my indices equation condition? It said, if I can be able to make the both sides of the equation to have the same base, that automatically their power is equal. That's indices equation rule. It said, if I can be able to make the both sides of the equation, look at this indices equation. And the indices equation state to us, there's two conditions for indices equation. He said if we can make the both sides of the equation to have the same base, automatically their power is equal. So now I can say that this is something that 3 raised to power what 2x minus 1 is equals to this can give me 3 raised to power what 4. I have not changed anything. Rather, I'm trying to obey the indices equation condition that if I can make the both sides of the what equation to have the same base, that their power is what equal. Then looking at the 3 raised to power 4 will still give me 81, and this remain as it is. I didn't change anything. So right now I cannot say their power is equal. That's what the man told us. That if we can make the both sides to have the same base, automatically their power is equal. I will have that 2x minus 1 is equals to what? 4. Can we come over here to complete it? I can now say that 2x minus 4 is minus 1 is equals to what? Is equals to what? 4, according to what we did. I can now say that what? 2x is equals to what? 4 plus what? 1. I can now say that x is equals to what? 5, which is 4 plus 1 will give me 5, all over what? 2, and that's my correct answer. I can now go to option B. Option A is not correct, option B is not correct, option C is our right correct answer. I can answer my answer is the what? Option what? C. There is the question number 27. Question number 27 said if 5, 8, 6, and 2 occur with a frequencies 3, 2, 4, and 1 respectively. Find the product of modern and the median number. Find the product of modern, and what? The median number. What do you mean by modern? The highest frequency, that's the modern class, the highest frequency. Since they mentioned median, that means we are going to calculate it using our what? Cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency must be what involved for us to calculate median. As far as frequency is involved, mainly frequency is involved, we must make use of what? Cumulative frequency to calculate what? Median. You remember? Immediately frequency is involved in our what? Data. It means that we are going to use our what? Cumulative frequency to calculate our median. You get me right? Then we'll now come to this. I will draw this. I have my what? The numbers. What's the numbers? We'll call it what? Xi. And I have my frequency I, and I have my cumulative frequency Fc. That's called what? Cumulative frequency. Look at cumulative frequency. Look at my frequency. Look at my data. My data is what? X. And my data now, let me arrange them. I'm going to arrange them. What's my least number in my data? I have what? The least number is what? 2. I write 2. Was followed by what? By what? By 6. 5. That's my 5. Was followed by what? 6. And the highest is what? 8. I put the 8. I said if we can arrange it from the highest to the lowest, or lowest to the highest, that's what you can do. You remember, you can arrange it from what? Highest to lowest, or lowest to highest. You will get the same answer. You get what I'm saying? So I decided to arrange it from the what? The lowest to the highest. You can also arrange your own from what? Highest to the lowest. After I have done that, I started inserting their frequency. The frequency of 2 is 1. I put the 1. Frequency of 6 is 4. I put 4. Frequency of 8 is what? 2. I put 2. Frequency of 5 is 3. I put what? 3. I think you get what I'm doing here. Look at it. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. I say frequency of 2 is 1. Frequency of 6 is 4. Frequency of 8 is 2. Frequency of 5 is what? 3. And then you come back here and you see it where I have already what? Inserted them. Then let us look at cumulative frequency. What's the cumulative frequency of the first row? 1. This first row, 1. The second frequency will be what? This 1 plus what? This 1 plus 4. This 1 plus 4. That gives me what? 5. Are you getting what I'm saying now? The second one should be what? 5 plus what? 2. Look at this 2. Are you getting what I'm saying now? That gives me what? 7. The third one should be what? 7 plus what? 3. That gives me what? 10. Are you getting what I'm saying now? That's my what? Cumulative frequency. So I think I see what I did. So can I claim it now and insert properly what it means? That's how I got the value. Can I put it now? I will now say 1 plus 4 will give me what? 5. 5 plus 2 will give me what? 7. 7 plus 3 will give me what? 10. That's what we did to get them. Are you clear? Now, I've gotten my what? Cumulative frequency. And this 10 shows me that the number of data here is 10. 8, the modern class, What do you mean by modern? Modern is equals to what? Highest frequency is what we call modern. Modern is what? Highest frequency. Frequency of 6 is what? 4. Are we there? Frequency of 6 is what? 4. And frequency of what? 5 is what? 3. That's where the mistake come over. And frequency of 8, look at my 8. Look at frequency of 5, 3. Frequency of 8 is 2. Sorry. And that's the frequency of 8 is 2. I think you're saying what I'm saying. Frequency of 8 is 2. Frequency of 6 is 4. Frequency of 2 is 1. So that's what we made a mistake. So can that affected our what? Cumulative frequency. Can we come over here? This will affect our cumulative frequency, which says this plus this will give me what? 4. 4 plus this will give me what? 8. 8 plus this will give me what? 10. I think you get what I'm talking about now. After we have arranged this plus this will give me 4, and 4 plus this will give me 8, 8 plus this will give me 10. I think we are okay now. Right now, let's go. We now say modern class is the highest what frequency. The modern class is highest frequency. And what is the highest frequency among the frequency they give me is 4. And who is the person that have that higher frequency? 6. So that means the modern class is what? 6. So we say the modern class is highest frequency. What is the highest frequency for? And who is owner? 6. That's owner is our answer for the modern class. Then let us go to median. For me to get the median, I will use my median position. Using my median position, median what? Position. Median position formula. Median position formula says that summation of what? Frequency plus what? 1 divided by what? 2. Summation of what? Frequency. Can I come over here to put it? You say median position is equal to summation of what? Frequency plus 1 divided by what? 2. That's the formula to calculate median position, and that will give me what's my summation of my frequency. Come over here. Summation of my frequency is 10. Total frequency here is 10. Check it. 1 plus this 4 plus this 8 plus this 10. That means 10 plus what? 1 divided by what? 2. That gives me 11 all over what? 2. And that gives me what? 5.5. That's 5.5. Are you get what I'm saying? Now my median position, we call it MP, is equal to what? 5.5. That's my median position. My median position is 5.5. I will come to my table right now. As I come to my table, are you following? I will start from the beginning, from up. Are you get what I'm saying now? I'll start from up to check which among these cumulative frequency will contain 5.5. Look at what we get, 5.5. Which among these cumulative frequency will contain what? 5.5. Then I started looking at this. Can I see 5.5 in 1? No. Can I see 5.5 in 4? No. Can I see 5.5 in 8? Yes, I can see 5.5 inside the 8. Therefore, who is owner of the 8? 6. That means the median is what? 6. I cannot say my median is equal to what? 6. You remember what I did? I first of all use my median position to get what? Median position. Look at median position 5.5. Then I'll go to my cumulative frequency. I look at inside my cumulative frequency starting from the what? Up, down. I look for this man. It doesn't contain. I can't find this man inside 1. I can't find this man inside 4. But I can find this man inside 8. As I can find this man inside 8, and who is one of the 8? 6. I get what I'm saying that 6 is the one that has this cumulative frequency. Therefore, I will not say my median is what? 6. I think it's clear to you. I cannot say what they ask me, product of what? Median, product of what? Modern, and what? Median is equals to modern times what? Median, which give me 6 modern times what? 6 median, give me 36. So my answer here is what? 36. And I'll go to option and now find out that my option D is the correct answer. My option D is the correct answer. I will say my answer is option what? D. And that's my what? Answer. Remember what we did today, that median, when the median is what? Asked to calculate and frequency is involved, I have to maintain my what? Cumulative frequency. You can as well do this by using highest to the lowest, you'll still get the answer.